Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing out there today, man? So we're back here with some more Johnny Cash. This time we're going to be checking out Hurt. Okay, so this is a Nine Inch Nails song, redone, covered by Johnny Cash. And to my understanding, Trent Reznor ended up saying, hey, this song now belongs to Johnny Cash. I don't remember how old I was when this song hit the radio. Really don't remember. I was in my teen years. But I remember his version hitting the radio. Couldn't tell you that I ever sat down and really listened to it. So I'm excited to do that here today. You know, I'm trying to learn more about Johnny Cash because I'm one of those people where you ended up wearing the t-shirt of the artist without even knowing his music or her music, right? In this case, it's Johnny Cash. I have a t-shirt that I've owned for quite a few years, and I liked it because it looked like the label of a whiskey bottle, like a Jack Daniel's whiskey bottle, but it was redone with Johnny Cash's name in there and stuff. So I liked that t-shirt, and now I'm learning more about him. So let's do the rightful service right here. Take a listen to Hurt as it's been requested, man. I'm excited. I believe they said that when you check out Hurt, check out the music video with it, man. So I'm going to do that. This is also at the tail end, to my understanding, of Mr. Johnny Cash's life, maybe career. We'll find out. We'll take the deeper dives after the song. But let's go ahead and listen to this and watch the video, man. I'm excited to do this one today, but I also know it's probably a little somber. So let's go ahead and just take a listen and a watch here. Here we go.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
That buildup of emotion right there, just...
You stay the hell away from me, you hear?
I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep
way more powerful and better than the original, man. I've heard the original a few times. And I think what an honor that's got to feel like if you're Nine Inch Nails and you're Trent and you know that such an icon in music, a legend wants to cover your song, right? It's usually the other way around, man. A young band doing a cover of a monster, right? Or an inspiration in their eyes, man. This behemoth of a musician. And in this case, the roles are reversed, right? Johnny Cash noticed them. Johnny Cash noticed this song, and Johnny Cash loved it so much that he said, "Let me do a cover of this younger group, of this younger band song that resonated with me in some way." Now, I believe the original done by Nine Inch Nails is about heroin use, right? You're talking about that familiar sting, talking about flooding away that pain. You're talking about the empire of dirt, which could be a metaphor for two things. One, it could be his drug. Two, it could be everything he's left behind, the nothingness, right? Dirt is meaningless. It is worthless, right? His empire of dirt, something that is completely worthless. This is what he's built in his lifetime. Now, Johnny Cash singing this song, I feel with his vocals, man, with his voice, with the power, the intensity of this song, that there's a meaning behind it that drove him to want to cover this song. I don't know if that's seated in addiction, or if that's seated in something else. I saw some religious depictions there at the end, right? I've heard that Johnny Cash was a holy man, a godly man, who much respected his religion. So it could either, to me, be about drugs, or it could be about looking back on his life and maybe highlighting some regrets, saying, hey, I wish I would have done things differently at different points in my life. I wish I didn't make those mistakes, and maybe spotlighting that. But I want to go ahead and jump into this one now. This is a powerhouse of feeling right here, man. And I feel a lot of regret listening to this song. And of course, that's what the song kind of embodies, in my opinion. It's a song about regret, a song about wishing that you made better decisions. But let's go ahead and take a little bit of a dive here. All right, so checking this one out, man. This song was released in 1995, the original, of course, by Nine Inch Nails. Well, songwriter Trent Reznor. Let's see. Released by Nine Inch Nails, an industrial rock band, man, from their second studio album, The Downward Spiral. Okay, and the song was written completely by Trent Reznor. The meaning, it says the song includes references to self-harm and heroin addiction. Though the overall meaning of the song is disputed, some listeners contend that the song acts as a suicide note written by the song's protagonist as a result of his depression, while others claim that it describes the difficult process of finding a reason to live in spite of depression and pain, and does not have much to do with the storyline. I actually agree that my feelings for this was the second. Okay, it was the latter. It was talking about as a result of depression, it's a reason to live in spite of depression. Now, there was a beginning lyric on this song that I resonated with pretty much when I got out of the military, man, going through a lot of struggles. And not to say that, I don't know if you ever get fully out of a darkness, whatever you may find yourself in life, right? At points you always kind of revisit that, so it seems. But what I want to say is, when you're in a dark place and you're in a depressed place, man, I understand that trying to feel pain, just to know that you do feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not talking about self-harm, which is what they were talking about here. It's almost like your mind goes in a place that, hey, if something happened, right? I don't know how to really describe it. I don't want to go down that, but I'm just saying, for people who've been in that place, maybe you understand. For me, I wasn't referencing self-harm. I'm just saying, sometimes even like a heartache, whatever, right? It makes everything real. It makes everything real, because when you're down, man, happiness is a very uncommon emotion. Instead, it's really a lot of the negative feelings that you feel. But sometimes those feelings at least make you know you still feel. So I understood that lyric very much so. Jumping down right here, I want to see Johnny Cash's version, which was released in 2003. This falls under the genres alternative rock, acoustic rock, country, and Southern Gothic. How about that? Southern Gothic, man. That sounds interesting. And when you hear a genre like that for the first time, after listening to the song, you can say, Southern Gothic. Okay, I could see a little bit of that happening, man. So in 2002, Johnny Cash covered the song for his album The Man Comes Around. Its accompanying video featuring images from Cash's life and directed by Mark Romanek was named the best video of the year by the Grammy Awards and CMA Awards, and the best video of all time by Enemy in July 2011. The single contains a cover of Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus. All right. So a little bit of the background. It says when Reznor was asked if Cash could cover his song, Reznor said he was flattered, but worried that the idea sounded a bit gimmicky. He became a fan of Cash's version, however, once he saw the music video. A few weeks later, a CD shows up with a track. Again, I'm in the middle of something and put it on and give it a cursory listen. It sounded weird to me. That song in particular was straight from my soul, and it felt very strange hearing the highly identifiable voice of Johnny Cash singing it. It was a good version, and I certainly wasn't cringing or anything, but it felt like I was watching my girlfriend F somebody else. Oh my gosh. Or something like that. Anyway, a few weeks later, a videotape shows up with Mark Romanek's video on it. It's morning. I'm in the studio in New Orleans working on Zach De La Rocha's record with him. I popped the video in, and wow, Trent Reznor and Zach did something together. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that. Tears welling, silence, goosebumps. Wow, I just lost my girlfriend because that song isn't mine anymore. Then it all made sense to me. It really made me think about how powerful music is as a medium and art form. I wrote some words and music in my bedroom as a way of staying sane about a bleak and desperate place I was in, totally isolated and alone. Some effing how that winds up reinterpreted by a music legend from a radically different era, genre, and still remains sincerity and meaning. So it still retains its sincerity and meaning. Different, but every bit as pure. Things felt even stranger when he passed away. The song's purpose shifted again. It's incredibly flattering as a writer to have your song chosen by someone who's a great writer and a great artist. Man, that is about as Trent Reznor as it gets right there, re-describing how this situation felt for him, man. The feelings that he got with this. He explained it in about the perfect way I would assume for him to explain it. But I love the area where he just talks about right here, some effing how it winds up reinterpreted by a music legend from a radically different genre and era and still retains sincerity and meaning. I like that he highlights that because that's the one thing I was getting, the biggest thing I was getting on this track is the emotion that he's carrying with it. You can tell these words sit with Johnny. Okay, he's not just covering a song, man. These words meant something enough to drive him to want to do this, and it didn't lay flat on the track, man. You can feel the emotion coming through. At least I could. Well, there we go. I don't see anything on here where Johnny necessarily talks about how this song felt with him. I would have loved to see that on this one. But just reading a little bit about the music video, it says when the video was filmed in February 2003, Cash was 71 years old and had serious health problems. His frailty is clearly evident in the video. He died 7 months later on September 12th. His wife, June Carter Cash, who was shown gazing at her husband in 2 sequences of the video, had died on May 15th of the same year. So they both died that same year in 2003. Or sorry, 7 months later. It's saying 7 months later from when this was filmed, but it looks like 2003. This was shot in February, and it's saying that his wife died in May. So, man, I guess the timing, man, the timing lined up for one last, showing, one last show for his audience, for his fandom, pretty much. But also on a sad song here. But like I said, I'm sure these words resonated with Johnny. I'm sure he's probably experienced some difficulty, dark times in his life. I don't know much about Johnny Cash's life here, but this one's definitely hitting. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed rocking with me here today. Thank you for putting me onto this one, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the ride with me. Let me know if you guys got any idea or understanding on what Johnny thought this song had meant to him, what he stated that this song meant to him. I'm very interested in hearing that, man, and hopefully someone out there has got that information. Thank you for being here with me today. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like, subscribe. Check out the descriptions down below for other ways you can help the channel, man, including becoming a member here on my YouTube or my Patreon or donation request if you so choose. Before we go, rest in peace to Mr. Johnny Cash. Rest in peace to Miss June Carter Cash, man. Great song right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.